It's gonna be like, hey,
It should be just a clip of us sitting here like, God, I don't know. And then just like random shit, random, just little clips of Johnny Cash.
Hey there, this is Todd, your loyal, faithful host of the True North Truth. This show is going to be a little bit different this time. We're not in front of a live audience due to COVID-19 restrictions here in North Carolina, and we kind of debated back and forth, should we create some more content right now or not? And I can tell you that, our belief is that if we can create a little bit of entertainment to help get folks through some hard days, then we're going to do that. And we're exactly 6 feet apart today. It's been hard to get the arrangement just right, but we are exactly 6 feet apart to bring this episode to you. So here it goes. So today we've got with us Seth Williams and Sam Foster of Whiskey Foxtrot. We're super excited to have them here, both North Carolina boys. Started solo careers independently and, kind of meshed together to create I would call it Americana grassroots type movement with their band. They're starting to take a good following across the southeast, and so that's exciting to watch. And again, we're super excited to have them here. How you doing, guys?
doing good, man.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, how's the band doing through the? I mean, it's tough times for every band, every working band. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody's just trying to keep yourself busy and keep the tools of the trade sharp. Everybody's trying to play as much as they can at the house and stuff. So, but for the most part, I guess we're just cruising through it, just waiting,
moving along.
yeah. So how did you two get together? I know you were playing similar scene around the same time, and so that's always helpful. But I've done the same thing with people, and I never said, "Shit, let's start a band." So what led to that?
It kind of happened naturally. Seth and I met, it's been almost 5 years ago now. And we'd ended up playing some of the same shows together, songwriter nights and stuff. Our buddy Kylie Smith is actually the one who introduced us. We did a songwriter session together with Seth and I and a couple other folks. And we started showing up at each other's shows and just kind of sitting in. And eventually, after doing that for 2 or 3 years, we were like, well, we're just at each other's shows all the time. We might as well just play together.
Right.
And we did it kind of in mind. We had the same end goal in mind of starting a band and taking it on the road and cutting records. And that's part of why we teamed up together too. Once we started as the duo, then we just said, okay, we're going to put a whole band behind this thing.
Yeah. It's got to have its own unique set of obstacles. I'm sure at some point, no matter how good you get along, there's differences, right? And I know that either one of you could front a band independently and be successful at it. I've heard your music that you write, and I've heard your performances. So those dynamics, how do you keep it in check? I know that ego is a tough thing for somebody that wants to make something successful.
Yeah, well, it's we've always said, in any relationship, whether it's a band, a marriage, friends, business, whatever, communication is key. So we've always tried to keep that line of communication, whether it's whoever you are, whatever your role is in the band or whatever, if you have something, come up and say something. So I think that has been a huge part to the success of what we had, because it's like we all got on the same end goal, what we want to do, write down our goals, do this, that, and the other, and that's helped out a whole lot. So I don't know, not a whole lot really goes on in that,
No, I mean, personally, I kind of can be hot-headed at sometimes. So I've learned over the last 3 years now that to eat crow a lot, and that we all have the same end goal in mind.
Yeah.
It's not just about me anymore. It's bigger than that.
That's awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, they say you guys are about 3 years into this.
3 years to me and him together officially, and 2 years with the whole band.
Yeah. Well, they say the first 20 years are the hardest. So.
Yeah,
first 20 years are hard. That's right,
man.
Feels like 20 years already.
Yeah. Well, I know we've got a crowd out there that you can't see them right now. Yeah. Normally you would, but they're our listening crowd is a listening crowd. They care about the content, the lyrical content of the tunes that you guys have written. And so that's the premise of our show, is to understand kind of how your songwriting came about, whether it be a story or a process that you use. So what we're going to do is just kind of do a walkthrough, some songs that you guys have released, and then a couple that you don't have released, and put it out there for folks to hear.
Absolutely, man.
All right, cool. So turn on the radio and turn off the headlights.
Yeah.
So that was the second single off of you guys' release, Hard Lines and Headlights.
Yeah.
We're going to play that here in a second, but before we do, can you tell me a little bit, Seth, about how long have you been writing songs? I know I've seen some articles and stuff when you were a youngster. You're heading out to play some blues competitions, different things. So I know you're not new to the game, but how long have you been writing?
I've been writing. I think I wrote my first song at 15, and only a few ears got to hear it. So ever since then, I've been writing, because when I started kind of playing music out more than just in my bedroom, I started playing at church, and I had a friend of mine, Luke Jones, and he always wrote songs. Every song we played in this church set was songs that he had written. So I was interested in how that was done. Of course, I was already a guitar player, and kind of got some tips from him, and at 15 I wrote my first song. And ever since then, it's just been a trial and error thing. You find what works, and you just kind of develop your word choices, your subjects, and being a guitar player, like Jimmy Page and Eric Clapton and all the greats, they were all my heroes. So for me, songwriting always starts out most of the time on the guitar. It's very rare that I'll have a set of words first. Usually I'll have a riff and I'll hum along with that, and then the words come. So I always try to approach songwriting as, well, I know one of my strengths is a guitar player, so maybe I can come up with something there and work off of that.
So what was 15-year-old Seth writing about? What was that song about, the first one?
I don't even remember. I think it was something about a hotel room or something. That was the one line I remember, something about a hotel room, and I don't know. It was all just kind of made up story stuff. No real life experience thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Turn off the headlights.
Yeah.
Why's it got to be the same old love story? We both got what we need, why don't we give it up now? Oh, I know the perfect place, baby, know just how. I ain't trying to trip you out, just wanna show you what a good time's about. Rust and chrome, full tank, doors open, come on in. Take my hand, it's alright, I got you covered tonight. Turn up the radio and turn off the headlights. May take a little while to get where we're going. Well, I can see in your eyes hesitation, baby, show
So this next one's a circus song, Big Top Town.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool on the recording. You can hear the sounds of like carny sounds, circus sounds, and if you close your eyes, like you're almost in that environment.
Yeah.
It's really neat. How'd you guys get that sound on the record?
When we finished the song, we were kind of digesting it and listening to it, and we had another day not too long after that to go back in. And Brad, we were sitting out in the parking lot. Brad, our bass player, he's like, "I've had this idea. Like, what do y'all think?" And as soon as he pitched it, we fell in love with it. So the intro and the outro is the carnival sounds, the circus sounds, as you know, and we kind of sampled some stuff of that, but the voice you hear is actually Brad's voice.
Oh,
in
that's
there.
awesome.
Yeah, so he got in the booth and he got probably from here to me to the mic and was just shouting all that stuff in here at the mic. And it's really awesome. He come up because, you know, that's the kind of stuff he was saying he heard as a kid going to the fairs and stuff. And so that was a really, really, really cool thing that we got to tie in there. And through Benji, worked some of his magic, and he threw that in there for us.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Those background noises.
Songwriting's certainly a craft, but so is recording. And
Absolutely.
I'm always a fan of like different.
Yeah.
And that's different, and so it really caught my ears. I think it's really cool. What inspired that song?
We, me and Sam as a duo, we went down one of our first times to Florida, and wound up getting some shows and a string of shows down and back. And one of the towns we stopped in, it was just really, really interesting. It was outside Micanopy, and
Yeah, somewhere around there.
yeah, and it was just, the town is made up of all these carnies and things. So anytime you see, most likely anytime you see a carnival, a fair, whatever in the southeast, it's usually all these people come from this place down there. And it's crazy because when you go down there, you see all the equipment just in people's front yards and backyards. Like you can see, I can't remember what they're called, like bumper cars or something. This one guy had his whole front lawn on this tiny little property full of bumper cars just sitting out there. So that's the kind of stuff you see in there, and it's just, it's odd. It's all these flat one-story houses with all these colorful objects around it, and it was just such a weird experience. Actually, Highway 41 that runs through the town, and so we stopped in because people had told us about it. But just going down there and just riding around and seeing, it's like you entered into another world. And that night, this is one of the rare cases where I had the words first before I had the guitar. So I just kind of made up a melody in my head and just wrote down the words, jotted them down in my phone because we were in the motorhome. And it's not like you can just whip out a guitar with a guy sleeping with his head right here in the bed next to you. So it was like, well, I'm just going to sit here and type on my phone. And I had a good probably 80% of the song on the phone, and once we got back, I revised it a little bit and touched it up. But yeah, for the most part, that song was written practically in that town that night. So
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
So you're going to go back down there and play it for those folks?
I really hope so. Yeah, we were on this last run as a full band, and we got to pass through there again. So it was awesome. It's really cool.
That's awesome. Big Top Town.
This big top town, people hanging around in their rhinestone black shirts. From my smiles that stroll by, often what it's worth. Nothing seems to change, you know. They all just come and go, 'cause they know another sunset is coming tomorrow, coming tomorrow. They all look like movie stars, never seen them on a drive-in screen. Skyline and sunrise looks like a movie scene. The desperation in their eyes, years of smiles all friends pile into my color Supreme. Drive past the boulevard, some bar on the side street. Staying now till the sun comes up, wasting away all my love. Pick up lines on what's the point? Man, just roll me another joint. Smoking on the hood till the light turns out. This big top tank. This place has its ups and downs. Well, hell now, don't we all? But I've been thinking time away, accepting where the chips did fall. I can't change where I am, make the best of what will be. Truth be told, this place, well, is the place for me. Jet airplanes flying over top, monster trucks on cinder blocks. Might find myself a bell-bottom queen and buy a house in between those smokestacks rolling so far down. This be top town.
They're gonna listen to that story about how my mom rode in a Jeep and it's like, oh, he must have been unexpected. She didn't give a shit.
So recently, you guys put a video out. Donald Monroe, I believe, worked that video up. I Don't Want to Be a Legend.
Yeah.
That song really catches my ear. I'm a huge Waylon fan. And this has got the telly in it and that phaser sound going on.
Yeah,
did you write that song with an acoustic, or did you have the telly in your hand when you wrote it?
I wrote it with the acoustic, and as kind of going through the song, I think we took it to the band and we rehearsed it for the first time, had my pedal board, and I just clicked that phaser on just to see what it was like, and it was like, okay, that's got to stick, you know?
Yeah.
So the acoustic, it keeps that drive for you, it keeps the rhythm, but the Telecaster with the phaser on top, it's just that little bit of icing, and it's good that the song worked out that way, because that's about how most of Waylon's stuff is. You know, you hear that driving thing behind it, and you just hear this awesome riffing stuff.
Yeah, telling you to believe what you're hearing. Yeah, that's the way I describe it. But yeah, no, that's awesome that's in there. So that song, I tie it back to road life. It's fun. Yeah, you want to do it. You want to be the best. You want to do this and that. But at some point, you're just over it. Even if it's for only a minute. Like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I just want to go home.
Yeah, and it's kind of one of those things where it reflects on all those. You see all these Rolling Stone articles or anything. Everybody always wants to talk about the good times, but it's weird behind the scenes. What you talk about with your friends or other bands and stuff is those bad, shitty times. Like, oh man, we were out somewhere and only like 2 people showed up, or so and so fell off the stage, broke his arm, had to cancel the run of shows. You see, so what is funny through interviews or whatever, you talk about, all these good things, all this album you're promoting. So, but behind the scenes, there's all this chaotic, crazy stuff that if, somebody that didn't know about it, it'd be like, good gosh, what the heck's going on?
Why would anybody want to do that?
Yeah, why would anybody want to do that?
Yeah.
But yeah, so it kind of reflects on that. So everybody goes through that kind of stuff, no matter what level you're at, whether you're doing solo shows, acoustic solo shows, or going with a full band in your local area, or getting on a plane and flying to Europe. Everybody has those stories like that. So, and at some point, everybody's like, man, I just want to go home and just relax for a little bit.
Yeah. So how long does it take you on the road? I know every trip's different, and circumstances can everything's situational, but usually around like that 2-week point, from what I've seen, most people are like, eh.
Yeah.
Is that normally when it hits you? Like,
I don't know. It kind of hits different for everybody, I would think, but you definitely have that fatigue set in after a while because you're just so hyped up. You're ready to play. You're ready to do all this, and then next thing you know, all the stages start to look the same. You're playing the same set list if you're trying to get. So you don't even hardly have to print out set list or whatever. You just freight train right through the set, and by those last few days, you're like, all right, like. Some people forget stuff in the hotels or forget stuff on the bus trying to leave because everybody's just wanting to get away from each other and get away. But luckily we like each other enough to where usually that doesn't happen. But you just get in your mindset of like, all right, I'm just going to hold it together until I can get home.
Yeah. And there's a lot of artists out there that they turn to drug use and all kinds of coping mechanisms on the road just to get through because... at some point, they don't want to be a legend.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And, sometimes and I want to talk about it like that too, in a way like you don't have to do that stuff to get to the top. A lot of people perceive like the music industry sometimes as you have to have this rock and roll outlaw lifestyle to maintain. And it's like luckily through social media and you can practically look up anything on anybody. It's like, that's not the lifestyle choice you necessarily want to live, So there's ways to get through life without having to turn to something. And so going home, see family, going home to, get back to, those ground levels,
Yeah, last artist on the show, he calls it sturdy ground.
It's sturdy ground.
Yeah, that's the way he phrases it in his lyrics. I need some sturdy ground right now.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I don't want to be a legend.
Good. All right.
It's a hard way, this I know. I feel like a worn out sack. Many miles to go. My horse is too lame, needs to be put down. Don't you know that's the way I feel right now? Thought of losing money or a lousy bet. Thought I could make it through without a scratch. Now I can't count the scars up and down my back. Lord, can you hear my prayers up there? 'Cause it's hard for a cowboy all the way down here. Oh, I know I messed up and did it all on my own. Oh, I don't wanna be a legend, I just wanna go home. I don't wanna be no legend, I just wanna go home. Ambition and young age can steer you blind. Lack of good learning should be a crime. My heart twice my age. Just turned 21, the good times ain't no fun. I rambled and stomped, fell to the ground. Gotten up every time before, this time I'll lay down. Lord, can you hear my prayers up there? 'Cause it's hard for a cowboy all the way down here. Like, oh, I messed up and did it all on my own. Oh, I don't wanna be a legend, just wanna go home. Don't be no legend, I just wanna go home. Say home's where the heart is, that's what I believe. Wherever I go is where home will be. Dust off my hat, boots and settle down. But as soon as I do, I'll find my way out. Lord, can you hear my prayers up there? 'Cause it's hard for a cowboy all the way down here. And I'm about to mess up and do it all on my own. Well, I'm gonna be a legend, 'cause I can't stay home. Well, I'm gonna be a legend. Goodbye.
All right, so we're gonna jump into one that is an unreleased song called "Unlucky One." How old is this one?
This was fairly new. This is probably just a couple months old.
Okay, cool. This song, it makes reference to drag racing streetcars, and I don't want to sound like a fangirl when I say this, but I follow your Instagram, and this I'd say you have a slight obsession with cars. If
A little bit.
put it out there. So when did that start for you, and how does that tie into your songwriting? You make a lot of car references in your material.
That's been my life since I come out the womb, man. My dad tells a story. He had a CJ5 with a small block Chevrolet, and out past the high school and college there in Reedsville, Rockingham County College, there's a hill on the power lines called the Widowmaker. And it's on video, it's one thing, but my friend lives down there. We rode four-wheelers, and I mean, it's like a skyscraper. Like, yeah, if you would have told me a vehicle went up this, I wouldn't believe you. But we've got these VHS tapes of Dad and them four-wheeling and stuff down there with Jeeps and whatnot. And Mom always tells a story. She was probably 8 months pregnant, or not, like right at the end, and like they would go down there, and he would blast up this hill with her in the passenger seat. Like, you know.
Does Sam ever tell you that's what's wrong with you?
Probably. Yeah. I got bouncing around too
I never
much.
heard of this story, but like it just all clicked.
Yeah. Well, Mom also tells a story about how I fell out of the crib and right into a bucket. My head got stuck in a bucket. So I don't know. Maybe that's what's wrong with me. But like I'm Spartan knocking up here. So.
Right.
His head's shaped kind of funny if you look real close.
But you know that's been like my entire life. My dad's side of the family, they used to trail ride, and eventually that migrated into, well, let's build a race truck, and they had an option of building a monster truck or a mud racer, so they did flat track mud racing, and then that kind of phased out, and they got into hill and hole mud racing, and I even had my own truck at 10 years old, and so I've just been around race motors and everything, so it would have been an uncommon thing for me to be in the shop with my dad every night, him working on something, and Saturday, Sunday comes around and is race time. So that was my life for a good portion of it growing up, and it was great because like now my family's always involved with music, and we all go together everywhere. And back then that was the same thing. Everybody load up, go do your thing. So.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Is this song? Do you have it out on YouTube or?
It is out on YouTube. You can actually check out my sister Olivia's YouTube page. She has a version of it, Olivia Jewel Photography, and you can check that version out as well. But this is not. That's the only instance it's been recorded, really.
So you guys thinking of it as a single maybe, or are you guys gonna wait on a record?
Well, I don't know. It hadn't even, it happened around the time with the quarantine and everything. So the guys have only heard it in that version as well. I think just online. So
cool.
Hadn't even got a chance to
work it up.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Unlucky one.
Bobby got his 400 back in his TA, board and stroke, said he's looking for me. She's got the track more on the Nova and she's hooking just right. I guess I know what I'm doing tonight. That bird was pounding the ground pretty good. Bobby's girlfriend Charlene flashed the light about the clutch and it ran out of sight. I guess it's what you do around here in a town you can't drive away from. Full throttle, give it hell, but it just ain't enough. People quit trying, but I ain't ever giving up. I hope it drives so fast that I outrun the unlucky ones. Coming home from work, I saw a for sale sign in Bobby's TA. Got Charlene pregnant and he's selling what he can, which is pretty much everything. His grandpa's guitars and pocket watches he gave, picked up another shift at the factory. Bought a house on Flat Rock 5 miles out of town. Move in a week from today. What you do around here in a town you can't drive away from. Full throttle, give it hell, but it just ain't enough. Some people quit trying, but I ain't ever giving up. I hope I drive so fast that I outrun the unlucky ones. 58. Well, I hit the interstate doing 70, and I ain't looking back again.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
So one of the most recent videos that you guys put out was for this next tune called San Isidro. Did I say that right?
Yep, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it, so I got lucky if I did.
I don't either. I've been saying it wrong in the song.
Really?
Yeah.
You think like you're gonna have repercussions of that? Or?
Well, we were playing in Raleigh, and we actually met a couple from Costa Rica. They were like, "You're saying it wrong." I was like, "Yeah, I know. Listen to me."
Well, besides that lady, what's the response been to the song?
It's been really great, actually. That was one of the third out of 4 singles that we put out right before the record came out, and reception's been great to it. A lot of good feedback, and then having the video on top of that helped too. Just kind of put a visual story with the song.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was googling. I'm like, what is this? And it's a lot of different things. I don't know if you ever googled it. You ever googled it? How do you know the word or the place?
I was looking for, I think, something that rhymed with snow, and I've been talking about Costa Rica, so I just Googled cities in Costa Rica, and I found that one because it rhymed with snow or cold.
Okay, cool.
It was. Yeah.
There's also San Isidro. We're gonna call it that.
Yeah.
Right or wrong.
Yeah.
In Texas, population 200.
Is it?
Yeah, so that might be a cool place to go check out one day.
I think we need
play
to
this song for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, be like one of my shows. Like 2 of them come listen to it. But so do you have a formula that you follow when you write?
It varies. Sometimes I do, and sometimes it just kind of happens all at once. Like San Isidro is one of those that it just, I was kind of messing around with some chords, and then all of a sudden it just like poured out of me. It's like that proverbial antenna was on, and it just started happening. And like I didn't do much editing on that one. That's just kind of the way it was when it came out of me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
For me, it's always at different times, but at night, like I cannot sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, I'm like insomniac, just thoughts run through my head. And most of the time, there's something that I'll catch in those thoughts that end up in a song if they're not a song.
Yeah.
When do most of your ideas come to you?
Usually sometime during the middle of the day. Like if I'll be doing something, I'll be working or sitting around playing or just doing whatever, and I'll usually have a line come to me. Oh, that sounds cool in a song, and most of the time it's paired with a melody. So I'll jot that down in my phone in the notes, and then when I get time to sit with a guitar or sit with the words, I start piecemealing it together with other stuff that feels right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then this is always a tough one for me because I'll finish a song and then go back and finish it again, and then go back and finish it again. So how do you know when your song's done, when it's ready to record?
That's a real good question. I mean, you can always keep changing them, but I guess where I feel most comfortable with them, we had a song on the Hard Lines and Headlights record that I'd wrote it, and I'd had a version of it for probably a good 6 to 8 months, and then I just decided I hated it. I didn't like the words. And the band tried to talk me out of just scrapping the song altogether. And then I went home, and within the next couple of days, I ended up rewriting the lyrics. So I guess it's to a point where you're comfortable enough with it to take it out and show it to people. But I mean, you can always keep revising it. I guess that's tough to know when.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, this is San Isidro.
All right.
Well, I still got your picture hiding in a dirty frame. And when I hear Mendocino, I can't help but say your name. You've never seen the ruins of a world you left behind. Just a few austere reminders is all that you will find.
conversations about where we plan to go. Costa Rica in the springtime, but you's gone for the snow. And I'd seen a look in your eye that I'd never seen before, when you grabbed my hand and held me close on some apartment floor. And I can't look back, but I still look back on all those empty promises and dreams that ran off track. And it pulls me in, don't let it pull me in, around my brain just like a noose and stick me like a pin. Recovered since the rift with us began. And the last I heard, you took his name in a ring on your left hand. And you both split off to Boston, but you said it's far too cold. Well, I might head west to Cali, down to San Isidro. And I wrote letters to your mama about how you ran away. She said turn to Jesus and he'd keep the wolves at bay. Oh, but lately I find comfort in a substance far less pure. And I don't know if it's the answer, but it sure feels like the cure. And I can't look back, but I still look back on all those empty promises and dreams that ran off track. And it pulls me in, don't let it pull me in, around my brain just like a noose and stick me like a pin. Promises and dreams that ran off track. And it pulls me in, don't let it pull me in, around my brain just like a noose and stick me like a pin, stick me like a pin. Well, I still got your picture hiding in a dirty frame. And when I hear Mendocino, I can't help but say your name.
So this isn't verbatim, but basically there's it's a mixture of lines in the song, but basically it's like talking about only the band knows the shape I'm in, and Broken End. If you're on the road, yeah, that's probably true, because that's the only people you're around. How much time do you spend with the band?
When we, up until all the COVID stuff happened, we were together quite a good bit, especially coming into this year. We were starting to be on the road more, so we see each other at least 3 to 5 days a week. And whether it's getting together to rehearse or we're getting together to do something like this where we're interviewing or going to play shows, driving to shows, it's at least a solid 3 to 5 days a week, I would say.
Does that have the band, and I guess knowing the band's capabilities, how sonically they can add to what you're trying to do, does that influence your writing style?
It does. Especially, there were some songs I'd written and taken to the band before it really got firing. But especially once we all got comfortable with each other, with Brad and Terry and Steve and Seth, knowing what everybody could do, it's like, oh, I hear this fantastic lap steel part, that's going to go right there. I hear Steve, playing this, kind of skipping kind of beat like he does on the broken end. It's great. Yeah. Yeah,
that's awesome. I play with a band very seldomly, but every time that I do, more of that rubs off on me. What you just described.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not about me now. I can hear other stuff in this song. It's not about just my chords and lyrics.
Yeah.
But yeah. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the Broken End before we play it?
The Broken End. Well, I wrote it right after Tom Petty died, like within those few weeks there. And I was listening to a lot of Tom Petty, but it ended up sounding kind of like the Beatles or whatever. So I guess it's kind of a Tom Petty song. But that one, the subject matter of it anyway, was a little bit more personal. I was seeing this girl, and I'd come out of some bad endings of relationships within the months preceding that, and I was starting to feel normal again, like just being with this girl. And it kind of got weird. There was a lot of mixed signals thrown around, I guess, from both sides, and religion was involved. That's kind of all I'll leave that there. And it didn't end well either. It's the same girl that Saint Isidro was about too.
Okay.
Yeah, they're kind of tied in together. It ended up not working out, and then within like months she was like married to somebody else.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was weird. It was very strange.
What's the guy called? I don't know. It's a movie.
The Loser.
Good Luck Chuck. Good luck Chuck. Yeah. His ex gets married every time. Soon after.
I don't know.
You're Good Luck Chuck for her. Yeah.
I'm glad I could be something.
There you go. Broken End.
Yeah.
I took it for what it was worth when you gave me your word that you had the love to give. All I got was hurt, and I wish I could take it back after what I've been through. And I learned as time went by, no mean a thing to you, no mean a thing to you. Well, I've been up all night again, singing with the band, but only they seem to really know the shape I'm in. And old Richard sounds like a ghost from 71. Well, there ain't no repair for the damage done, Lord, the damage done. Hey, help me find my way, walking blindly into this broken end alone. Well, I took off from Bull City like a bat out of hell, just to sleep on the floor and hold you. Figured I might as well. You say to love outside of marriage, this might be a sin. Should've known right on that's a sign that do us in, Lord, to do us in. Hey, help me find my way,
that you had the love to give. All I got was her.
So tell me where Fulton County is, Sam.
That is the county where Atlanta, Georgia is.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, cool. Did you spend much time there?
Yeah, we played a couple. We played at least one show there on that same tour where we first got together. We played at Smith's Old Bar down there.
Okay, yeah.
And then the night after we played, then we went to a concert there. So we spent a couple nights in Atlanta, and I partook in the libations that it had to offer.
Certainly, yeah, you have to. When in Rome,
That's
or
right.
Athens or Atlanta or
Yeah.
any of those places right in there. Yeah, absolutely. So for me, I'll go ahead and tell you, half of what I write is extremely personal, and it's just right now what happened. That's all it is. It's just what happened.
Yeah.
And then the other half of it is just a bunch of bullshit. So this is a pretty good 50-50 split in there. For you, what would you say percentage-wise of your writing is imaginative versus like something that actually happened?
It's about the same. Usually I just end up writing about stuff that's actually happened. Sometimes I'll take creative liberties and kind of embellish on certain parts just to make that part of the song kind of stick out more. We actually have a running joke that Fulton County is actually 100% false. Yeah. Yeah, so it's one of those that's not exactly true. The girl was from Atlanta. We just weren't in Atlanta, and every time I play it, the band always gives me crap.
Gotcha. They call you a liar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what bands are for.
Right.
All right. Without further ado, Fulton County Night.
Little woman, won't you come to bed? Turn out your lantern light. All these dreams gone to my head. Been playing out each night. My hands tremble to the bone. Just get a nervous wreck. Yeah, I've spent enough nights alone. On the waves crashing on my deck. Letters calling me from home. Pictures rolling on home. Where the morning Atlanta woman, come and bail me out. Mr. Petty's motel room again. Trying to learn what he's talking about. Some uphill battle that I can't win. Atlanta's calling me from home. Pictures rolling my home. Where the morning light, we pretend that it's alright. Lost in the Fulton County night. Where the morning light, we pretend that it's alright. Lost in the Fulton County. Lost in the Fulton County, lost in the Fulton County night. Fulton County night.
So, when I was young, my dad, right before he beat the shit out of me for something that I did that I shouldn't have done, he'd say, "Son, this is going to hurt me worse than it hurt you." And I never believed that. And when he got done, he'd say, I hate it, but I've got to show you tough love, son. And so, to me, that's what tough love always meant, was I was about to get the shit beat out of me. But you've got a song called Tough Love.
Yeah.
And it's unreleased. Do you have plans of putting it out soon?
I hope so. It's kind of in the same boat as the Unlucky ones. Hopefully on the next time we go in the studio, that'll be one we record. And I don't think the rest of the band's even heard that song aside from doing it right now.
So you think this show could be the first time that they heard it?
I hope so.
That's cool. I hope you do it good for them.
Dear Lord, please don't make me screw this up.
So what's it about? What are your intentions? Because everybody listens to a song and they interpret it their own way.
Basically it's kind of about moving on and you know, the cliche of, you know, if you love something, set it free or whatever. It's kind of that thing of something you've been after for a long time, whether it be a girl or a goal in life, a job, whatever, and it's not coming to you, and it's not giving back what you're putting in, just to kind of let it go and come down on it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely it does.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for the first time ever, present to you Tough Love.
Storm touched down in Tennessee. I heard that you made fun of me when I left town. You said I let you down. Word got through from the folks we know. I guess it only goes to show that we never knew each other like we said we do. You had an act to get your way, piece by piece and day by day. I've come to learn to stand back and watch it burn with a little tough love. Stick around one night or two, turn around and see you do what you do. I had to be right there, but it didn't seem fair. Trying to lock it down, but I lost the key. Trying to show you, honey, but you didn't see that you had come along. Now it just feels wrong. You had an act to get your way, piece by piece and day by day. I've come to learn to stand back and watch it burn, coming down with a little tough love. For once, for twice, I've had enough. Well, I hit my stride. I reckon I let it ride with a little tough love, with a little tough love. my state is clean. Coming down with a little tough love for once, for twice. I've had enough and I hit my stride. Reckon I'm let it ride with a little tough love, with a little tough love, with a little tough love.
All right, so this next segment is a new segment for us. It's something that we've never done, and I wouldn't put any one single person through the punishment of trying to do this, but you've got a team, and I think as a team you can win this game.
Oh,
but I don't even know what we're going to call it, but we're probably going to call it A through Z.
A through Z?
Yeah, so what I want you to try to do is name your favorite artist with A. And then, or it could be a band, and then B. And I want you to try to get through the alphabet. And give folks out there, maybe if they've got 26 more weeks of lockdown, they can pick one of these a week and figure out some new music that maybe they haven't listened to before.
Awesome.
You want an answer from each of us, or just together?
As a team, yeah.
As a team?
You don't have to. You don't have to collaborate, but maybe you could just first thing pop in your head, and if you're stuck, then you can.
Well, first off, Allman Brothers.
Yeah, or American Aquarium. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blackberry Smoke.
Blackberry Smoke for B, for
Yeah.
sure. Let's see. I was going to try to think another, because everybody's got a brother in front of their name.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think
Well,
of
there's-
bands that...
Well, then there's Seal.
Yeah, let's see. Chris Stapleton,
Yeah.
which everybody knows about, who hadn't heard him.
Yeah.
Chris... I don't know another one for C. Now I'm thinking about just the alphabets.
I think this is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard.
All right, you guys see.
Let's see.
D.
Dwight
Dwight Yoakam.
Yoakam.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devin Allman. He has his stuff.
Have you
some old stuff.
been on
Honey.
one of his shows? I have not.
No, I haven't. Actually, they were coming to the Carolina Theater, and I didn't get to see them. I think because we were playing, but he had an older band, Honey Tribe, and I've heard a lot of good things and seen some of their music and stuff. So that's really cool stuff. Is it A B C D E? Oh man,
Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton. Yeah.
That's good.
Eagles.
The Eagles.
All right. A B C D E F.
Flat and Scruggs.
Latin Strugs. Oh, got Fleetwood Mac. I don't know another one with F right off that I'm a fan of. I can think of a ton of band names that suck. Yeah.
What about the G's?
Gary Clark Jr.
Gary Clark Jr. Oh
stuff.
God. Oh man. Gary, yeah, I'd have to go with that. Gary Clark Jr.
Yeah.
Any H's?
H.
That's a tough one. I'm playing in my head.
Yeah. I
that's
can't
a
think
tough
of any H's right off the
Hayes
bat.
Carl.
Hayes
Yeah,
Carl.
that's good. Yeah.
You got me there. I don't know any.
Yeah.
Isley Brothers,
Yeah.
old school band.
Yeah.
Isley Brothers.
J's.
There's a lot.
Who did Strawberry Letter 23? Is it Jackson or Jason Brothers? There's another brother's name. But
Johnson Brothers.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Another Chris Stapleton. Jackson Brown.
Jackson Brown. Yeah.
K's.
Case.
Everybody at home was like, "Oh, he's got suck."
Yeah, everybody's screaming.
It's like
at
Jeopardy.
their-
They
Yeah,
know the
everybody's
answer.
screaming at their screens right now.
We were put on the spot. We don't have Google.
I'm trying
Yeah,
to
they
think
took
of
our
K.
phones
Yeah.
away.
K.
Chris
Chris
Christopherson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
L.
Larkin Poe.
Okay. M.
Led
Lucero.
Zeppelin. Lucero.
Yeah.
M.
There's a if you like just heavy riffing guitars, there's a band called Monster Truck.
Monster Truck.
Motley
That's the
Crue.
name.
Motley Crue.
I like Motley
All right,
Crue.
we're done.
I like the Motley Crue documentary. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ian?
Oh man, Nazareth.
Nazareth, yeah.
O
Old 97s.
Let's see, you got.
P.
Mm.
You guys play with these guys a lot.
P.
Yeah.
Oh, Preacher Stone.
Preacher Stone. Yeah,
Yeah.
Preacher Stone.
Q.
Queen.
That's
Queen.
okay. Yeah. R.
Rolling Stones.
It's his last name, but I was thinking of Jesse Roper.
S.
Seth Wayne.
Sam Foster, get out.
Slayer.
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 T.
Turnpike Troubadours.
Yeah, that's the first one that come to mind. The Marshall Trucker Band.
Yeah. U.
You.
That's gonna be a tough one. Now we're getting to the end with all the tough letters
Yeah.
in the alphabet.
Yeah.
U. UFO.
Yes. Yes. There's a band.
UFO.
V.
Violent Femmes.
What?
You're just making up stuff.
No, that's a real band. You know that song, Blister in the Sun?
That's it.
That's the
What's it
Violent,
called?
Violent Femmes.
Violent. F.
Femme. Yes, I'm probably not saying that right either.
Look it up. See if he's lying.
Proof check him. He's
I
probably
bet
lying.
I put 100
He lies
bucks on
about
it.
all his songs. So.
Is there a W besides
Whiskey
Foxtrot?
Wilco.
Wilco, oh, yeah.
Back to the T, a band I read recently, the Josephines. They're pretty awesome. But we're focusing on what letter now?
X.
X. Man.
I don't know. I don't know one.
Now I'm thinking of all the other letters, like Chevelle for C. There's another band. X though. It's got to be some ironic name that starts.
Okay.
Well, there's a band called X.
Oh yeah.
Pretty great
X.
band.
Like just X.
X,
It's
yeah.
X, yeah. The band you don't want to see is Triple X.
Y.
Yes.
Z.
ZZ Top.
ZZ Top, yeah.
Awesome.
That was struggle bus all the way.
That's
That was tough. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to get in the car and going to call you and go,
Oh yeah. I've got this one, this
Johnny
one.
Cash?
All right. Well, thanks for playing A through Z.
A through Z. Sturgill. Damn, we didn't even say that for S.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna
Tyler
start-
Childers.
Tyler Childers.
All kinds of stuff now.
The Virgins. Alright, let's do this again.